You. Well, radio. Honor and respect to everybody listening. Let's get into this Martin movie casting magic that we've gone through. All right, boom. So the etymology of Martin, if you look at it as the two phonetics, Mar and then tin. Mar, let's say that's water, right? Like El Mar, El C, water. So you can flow a lot of energy through El Mar, or the water. So that's why you'll see a lot of famous characters, Martin Luther King, stuff like that, with the names, or powerful characters with the name of Martin. And also Mar is also a reference. If you look up Martin, what it means is it ties back to the god Mars. So the Roman god Mars, or Ares of Mars, is a very powerful character as well. So you have water, which you can flow things through, which is a very powerful element. And then you have Mars, the Roman god of war, which is a strong god. And then you have tin, Tin, but you could say that as 10. So 10 represents Saturn. So you have the god Saturn, X Roman numeral, you know what I'm saying? X, and then into Saturn, which is 10. Today is also Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So if you look at the symbolism for Saturn, it rolls with X. It rolls with, which is 10, 1 0. The 1 and 0, the matrix time system that we move on, the ones and zeros that we move on in this analog and digital system that we move on, matrix, so to speak. So boom, start with Tommy. So let's go into Tommy, right? So Tommy, his real name is Michael Ford. And in the show, his name was Tommy Strong. So it's Strong, but I think it's Strong, whatever. But boom, what's his wife? His wife's name is Gina. I bet y'all ain't know Tommy's ex-wife name was Gina. I thought Gina was Martin's wife. Magic right there. Reverse magic right there. So then remember the episode in Martin on the show that where they thought that Tommy died. This episode, he got in a car accident or whatever, and they thought he died. They was giving a eulogy, and you know what I'm saying, how much they loved him, blah, blah, blah. And then what happened in real life, though? In the real show, which is, you know what I'm saying, the reality TV that we all live in, a simulation, so to speak, that we all live in. Tommy died, which was crazy. So his death was forced, even though he was alive in the show, it ended up being not real. So is Tommy still alive? On some Tupac and Columbia shit? Because in the show, Tommy wasn't dead. So in the TV show, he wasn't dead. So in this reality show that we all live in, is Tommy dead? But he died. If you look up when Tommy died, I think he died in 2016 or something like that. All right, boom, so then there's that. Let's get into House Party, right? So boom, in House Party, this casting magic is very interesting. In House Party, Tisha Campbell, Gina, and Martin, obviously, you know what I'm saying, Bilal, in the DJ, whatever, they came out then, right? So boom, that's when they was introduced together as a couple, you know, or not as a couple, as they came out in the same movie together. So in House Party, Martin is a DJ.
Yo, Bilal, switch again. Come on, man, switch.
On Martin's show, Martin is a radio talk show DJ. Play's name, Play, the dark-skinned one, Kid and Play, Play's name is Christopher Martin. Christopher Reed is Kid. Play's name is Christopher Martin. And then remember the episode where Martin, who is Shanae, or Shanae won the date with Kid, Christopher Reed, who played in House Party with Christopher Martin. Kid and Play, they go together. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Reed, Christopher Martin. So she won a date, Forever Shanae. And then check out this picture right here. Got the upside down or the Baphomet star, inverted star, upside down, to show that Shanae is a transgender. He stayed with her that night, and they was chilling, Forever Shanae and all that. You know what I'm saying? So Shanae is a transgender. You know what I'm saying? But they are ritualizing this stuff and putting energy out there is the point that I'm showing. All right. So then now that's House Party, right? So we got Tommy, who died in the show. Tisha Campbell and Martin, Christopher Martin, boom, boom, boom. Shanae was with Martin, who was with Kid and all of that. Kid was with Gina, remember? Because Kid and Gina in House Party were together, remember? So it's like the inversion / like orgies that they do online, but we can't connect the dots, so we haven't been trained to connect the dots. Interesting. All right, boom. Forever Shanae. So, in real life, quote unquote, Tisha Campbell was married to Dwayne Martin. The timeline is interesting on that. She married Martin Lawrence. Tisha Campbell married Martin Lawrence in 1995 on the show when they got married. The scene or whatever, they got married in the island or whatever. I think it was Chilligan's Island. I don't know. They got married on the island. She married Dwayne Martin. Again, Dwayne Martin. Martin Lawrence. Martin Magic. It's crazy. So she married Martin Lawrence on the show in 1995. She married Dwayne Martin in 1996 in quote-unquote real life. And then the Martin show was canceled in 1997 because of all of the issues that they had between Martin and Gina. But in real life, quote-unquote, Martin and Tisha had similar issues. You know what I'm saying? They ended up divorcing and whatever as well, right? So on the show, Martin was told that he had a son named Marcus. Remember this episode? Marcus comes through. He thought he had a son with the ears, right? Marcus, right? Martin was told he had a son named Marcus. Who this dude, little dude, his name was Miles on the show. Moesha. So on Martin's show, his son's name was Marcus. The son plays Miles on Moesha. Right? The next year, in 1995, after the son Marcus was introduced on Martin, in 1995, Martin and Will Smith debuted Bad Boys. And what was Martin's name in the film Bad Boys? Marcus. Marcus was his son. Bad Boy, his son, he ain't know about, on Martin. And then they come out with a show, Bad Boys, with Will Smith. And then he plays the character Marcus. And then, to bring back the Moesha Miles thing, Martin also played an officer in the movie Blue Streak later on in his career, maybe late 90s or something like that. And do you remember the name of Martin's character in that movie? His name was Miles. Fucking Miles. And Miles was the name of his son, Marcus, in Martin. So let me get this right. Martin had a show, and he had a son named Marcus. His son named Marcus played in another show named Miles on Moesha. Will Smith and Martin had a movie, Bad Boys. Martin Lawrence's name was Marcus. Then later on, after that movie, Marcus plays a police officer in the movie Blue Streak, and his name was Miles. You see the wordplay? You see the casting magic? You think all that shit is coincidence? Come on, B. They are playing with this shit like magic, yo. Puppetries of orchestration of puppetry by their puppets. Very interesting stuff. The casting shit is very interesting. All right, boom. So then, let's get into Martin on the Martin show. In real life, now Lisa Turtle was my favorite. Top tier. Before she started bleaching her skin and all of that, Log Voorhees, Lisa Turtle, that was my favorite actress. Not actress, but like, you know what I'm saying? Childhood crush type shit. So boom. So Martin in real life was engaged to Lark Voorhees, who also played his love interest. So in real life, that's what I'm saying, real life and fake life, you can't tell a difference. Because in real life, the real life script, Martin was engaged to Lark Voorhees. On the TV show, Martin was engaged to Gina, or married Gina. But when they broke up, who they run up on the show? Lark Voorhees. She played Lisa on Saved by the Bell, right? So then boom, right? So boom, she ran off Shanae. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't playing that. She was fucking with Martin. And then, after that, Tisha Campbell stars in My Wife and Kids later on with Damon Wayans, right? Damon Wayans. So Damon Wayans is one of the Wayans brothers. Hold on, let's slow that down phonetically. The Wayans brothers, as in Dwayne's brothers, as in Dwayne Martin, Martin Lawrence, Gina, the Wayans brothers, Dwayne Martin, who she was married to. The cipher gets ill. It's like a spiral. Shit gets ill, babe. I bet. Even more magic. Dwayne Martin played in a movie called A Butter Rim. Check the tagline. Some games you play, some games play you. They telling you. You just got to be able to put it together with the Twin Towers underneath it. Playing games. So Dwayne Martin is the star character in Above the Rim. What was his name in the movie? His name was Kyle. On My Wife and Kids, what's the last name of the family on My Wife and Kids? Their last name is Kyle. Their last name is fucking Kyle, yeah. And then an honorable mention on this, the Wayans brothers. The Wayans brothers, Dwayne Martin's brother or Kyle's brother on this show was Marlon Wayans, Boogie or whatever his name was. Marlon Wayans on this show. That's pretty much his brother. The Wayans brothers. My Wife and Kids. Martin, Dwayne Martin, Martin Lawrence, Gina, Tisha Campbell, Martin, Christopher Martin. Kid, like, come on, babe. It's not a coincidence why we continue to see the same actors and actresses playing different roles and, different scripts in real life and in quote-unquote fake life. It's both the same. Everything is damn near fake to this point. All right, boom. So even after that, what happened to this? There was Dwayne Martin plays in a show called All of Us, right? So he's in a show called All of Us. Who's in that show? In that show is Lisa Ray. Now remember, Lisa with Martin Lawrence, Lisa from Saved by the Bell, Log Voorhees, Martin Lawrence was engaged to her in real life. And Lisa Ray was engaged or broke up or whatever. It's supposed to be Will Smith's story. You know what I'm saying? All of us supposed to be Will Smith's story, but one of them, they had the kid together, but he had his new wife who's with Jada Pinkett. But again, that's another part of the story that, it's not really the Martin part. The Martin part is Dwayne Martin, Lisa Ray, Log Voorhees, Lisa Turtle, and all of that, right? Boom. And then even after all of that, Lisa Ray herself was married to an NFL player, and guess what his name was? Look it up. Guess what his name was? Lisa Ray was married to Tony Martin. Tony motherfucking Martin. Martin Magic, baby. On a Saturday. Tommy. Kept his real name. Tommy. Death foreshadowed in the show. Tisha Campbell in House Party. Martin in House Party. Martin was the DJ. Play's name was Christopher Martin. Kid was with Shanae Martin in the show through the TV show. Shanae's a transgender. Tisha Campbell was married to Dwayne Martin. Martin Lawrence married Tisha Campbell. Gina on the show, Tisha Campbell. Dwayne Martin married Tisha Campbell and Gina in real life. The show Martin was canceled. Martin had a son named Marcus, whose name was Miles, and Moesha. Martin and Will Smith had Bad Boys, and Martin Lawrence's name was Marcus, who was his son on the show Martin. Martin was an officer in the movie Blue Streak. His name was Miles. Miles was the name of Martin's son on the Martin show who played Moesha. His name was fucking Miles. Martin was engaged to Log Voorhees in real life, whose name was Lisa on Saved by the Bell. Lisa was Lisa Ray's Dwayne Martin's wife in All of Us. Lisa Ray was engaged to Tony Martin, NFL player. And let's not get into the Cal and the Cows and Dwayne Martin Cows. Scroll back. Let's go through this shit. Road radio, man. Walk with me.